Welcome back to Hearts of Iron. Poland has fallen after just 2 weeks, but there is a lot more action to come in this episode. First thing to do here, though, is to pass the not to pass the Pact, but to honor the Pact. And I will do that here. And that just gives all these, tiles to Soviet Union, as well as give them cores on everything here, down here, Finland, right? So they have some work to do. But in my case, I'm moving everything to the west. Not everything, just the big stuff, the tanks and just the tanks, I guess, and some SS for cities. And then at the same time, my aircraft, I'll show you here a nice little trick. So what you might not know is if you move your airplanes, if you rebase them to different air bases, different spots, they lose half their organization, and I'll show you right here. So here, they lost half the organization. I will probably zoom in and show you that on the video because it's kind of hard to see, but they did. And at the same time, there's a way around this actually, and the way around it is instead of pressing rebase, you press reserve. And it does the same thing. As long as they are in range of that airbase, they can reserve and move as that is complete. Yes, they will move with full organization, and they are over here, I promise you, right here. Here. Now, what is this? Let me just check. Cavalry. I don't know. Who knows? Put it over here for now. Worry about that later. Just pick some dummy. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Yes, so, for example, if I want to move something across the country but keep its organization, I will have to hop airbase to airbase like this. So I pick this TAC wing over here in Eastern Germany. I move it to Berlin first because it's in range as I get some trades. Thank you. And then I move it from here into the next spot in range, barely in range, and like that. Now I have full organization on this whole entire wing thing. And my cast do not, because I did not reserve them, but I rebased them. Kind of complicated, but very useful, especially when you get new airports or you lose airports. Just trying to be smart about that whole thing. Good. Now, Navy, only thing I changed is I have my subs starting to patrol over here in case any allies try to ship to like Finland or just up here in general that are not in Europe, right? Good. Now, so that's aircraft, that's Navy. Yes, and then these guys are moving. Now, a couple things here. The first big thing I'm going to mention is the occupation laws down here, There are two main strategies for this. The first strategy is to keep on collaboration, and the other one is to go to exploitation. They are quite different, but they are very useful. Now, I mentioned this in the second episode, and it's quite important, which is why I did mention it way back then when nothing was happening, is that some years are good and bad for research, and as you pick up in speed in the game and you get better practicals, you start making more stuff. This all comes back here, and things start overlapping and affecting other systems. So, yes. So the first one up here is collaboration. This is more for leadership. As you can see, the penalty is minus 70% for non-core tiles you have, versus, basically you get nothing for the last law here. And on the opposite side, you get almost no IC from collaboration, but on the bottom law here, you get some IC, right? As you can see over here in Warsaw, this is almost all repaired up. It's taking some time. But yes, I have to make a decision. Do I want to take the IC or the leadership? And yes, so right now, in my situation, I need leadership bad, right? I'm below officer ratio cap, and I also have a lot more units coming out soon. I've been getting more IC just from taking over Poland. So I don't really need the IC right now. What I need right now is leadership, because I'm going to also need to get more technologies very soon. So everything over here, I should try to just finish now. What is this escort crap? Not that important. Getting distracted here. Yes, so for Germany's case, I don't know if you even need IC, right? Like, I have IC penalties as it is. I kind of just need really good units that don't stink at this point. I just need stuff that will give me maximum combat effectiveness, and I will run over them with tanks that I do have instead. So that is what I'm doing here, so I will stay on collaboration. It also just means that it's easier to take out partisans so they don't explode. And why does this look all weird? That's kind of weird. There's no flag on these these counters. But yes. Maybe I'll mention this again later once I get more stuff and things change, but for now, I need leadership more than I see. Now, I've also swapped off this resource guy to resources from IC, kind of the same reason. I don't have cash, really. I could export supplies, but that costs IC. And again, you can see how these systems overlap, so I'm exporting some to Romania, but that's kind of just for relations, I think, because the better relations you have with them, the better it is, obviously, right? I think it does affect this triangle a little bit. They're being stubborn, so I'm kind of getting pissed at that, but... So, at this point, I showed you some stuff, and I will skip forward to some more action before I bore you to death. Mid-October, things are about to heat up. I just declared war on Denmark for conquer, war goal right there. And I'm also getting strap bombed, and I can't really stop it. I don't know why exactly. For example, they've bombed out Dortmund, and now they're moving on to Saarbrücken. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. I'm an American. There's a lot of stuff here that I just don't want to lose, because a lot of energy, a lot of leadership I see. Kind of annoying. And as you can see, I am losing national unity. But yeah, I have like... If I add up all my air forces in this area... Just for fighting that, it's like 11 fighter wings, but I'm always trying to make more, right? Like I said in the first video, the most important thing to do is to make fighters non-stop. But yeah, my IC is actually dropping. It was at like 280-ish maybe before. That's at 250, so kind of frustrating. But anyways, did I move these guys over? Oh yeah, okay, yes. Okay, let me just boot them out because I want to show you. Yes. So for Denmark, the way transports work in Hearts of Iron 3, very simple and easy, unlike Hearts of Iron 4, where invasion plans are kind of a mess. I really hate that part, but Hearts of Iron 4 is the way... They could have fixed it, but I played a couple years ago. It was a pain in the butt trying to invade, so yeah. You put them on the boat, and then from the boats, you just click invasion, and they will go there. Sometimes they will like land around it, so you need to be careful, or you can just be way more specific. You can also just park the boats in the sea tile, and then just click the divisions like this, and then move them like that, right, from the tile directly. But I'm lazy, so I just go directly for the invasion right here, as it says invasion. Yeah, I realized that the mistake I made here was that my transport ships are just not in the right spot. They should be further to the east. So now I have to manually park my surface fleet in these sea tiles to make sure that I could cross by land all the way to Copenhagen. So yeah, I'm not a regular German player. I don't play Germany really ever. So this is something that you just find out by playing, I guess. And yeah, I should have had my transports to the east and could have easily landed in Copenhagen and taken it quickly. Okay, oh, no. Remember when I said do not fight the Allied Navy? Well, they have a carrier here. Is that a carrier? No. I'm actually kind of lucky. They just have a couple stinky ships. And I'm lucky because I have my navs and TACs in the area. So this should be a easy battle. Okay. So let me just make it... So if they bring carriers in, then I get scared. But there's no carriers. I'm not really that scared. But yeah, you can see that I should win this battle pretty easily. Just because I have... What is that, a sub? No. That has to be a sub, right? What's cool about naval combat is the ships get in range, and then they fire shots, and it's kind of cool. But yes, let me just see what's going on here. So this should be an easy victory for sure, because let's see, right, navs. Okay, stop attacking that port. That's kind of pointless. If you could just get one strike in here, it's okay. What is this? What is that? Well, I've sunk some stuff. No, wait, no. Okay, see, now we got carriers. Now that's not good. The problem is, I think I moved my interceptor. Wait, where are they? Okay, they are fighting, thank God. All right, so this is not that bad. They only have one CAG, which is fine. Let me just keep an eye on this. Naval air targeting advance. Good. And I found your sub, and he's dead instantly. Goodbye. And that's it for that. At this point, I gotta just stay here and let these divisions cross. And once they cross, I could pull these guys out before the actual Allied Navy comes, because let's be honest. Yeah, see, look here. I think what happened here again is I'm chasing their interceptor or their CAG back onto their carrier. So I want to hope that they don't keep going. You gonna return? Okay, I think he returned. Yes, don't want to do that. Good. Oh my god. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean when I say your Angus will get peppered. Your Keister will get peppered if you do exactly what I did. I don't know how I did it. I guess one small mistake leads to the entire Allied Navy just trying to fight you for Denmark. But that's Hearts of Iron, I guess. Yes, they have two carriers here. Let me see the air combat. I might have to move some more stuff up here. Okay, so my navs are kind of spent. I might have to change my tax again back from bombing random stuff for no reason to actually helping me out over here. I don't think anything died here. I hit some subs, actually. That's kind of lucky. Okay, I sunk one screen. I might lose something here if I didn't already. Okay, okay, yeah, this is bad. My first... Ooh. That carrier almost... What? Hold on. That's at 1% strength. Their carrier. What? This CAG is out of commission, which is good. I might have lost something here. I probably did. I will find out in a second, but yeah. Ooh. They're bringing... Oh, God. They just brought in fresh stuff. All right, you know what? All right. Yeah, I need to just pull out. This is not going to work. So the way you pull out, if you're not sure, there's like a little X over here. This one. I can't do it yet, but I'm spamming it like a... Okay, I did think... Yeah, that's not worth it. That's not worth it. This is going to take a long time to repair up. The problem is I'm still getting bombed by CAGs. These are fresh CAGs, and that's a battleship. I think I might just be gone. Oh, no. Ooh, 12%. Okay, he got hit by something, but he lived. There's a chance that when you get hit by like a CAG bomb or like a naval bomber bomb, that it just destroys the entire ship in one hit no matter what. It's kind of like a simulation of a hull hit, but this was not supposed to be a naval combat video at all. But I just giga messed up. Okay, what is this? I was just keeping them here to distract. Yeah, I'm gonna lose some stuff here probably for sure. This guy's probably dead. Actually, no, they're retreating, looks like. But the problem is they have carriers. It doesn't really matter. Because carriers will fight you even if you're trying to retreat, right? With their aircraft. And in the meantime, I can't do crap about that. I lost nothing somehow. No one knows how it's even okay, watch. Wow. Good thing I sent those fighters up from Hanover area. Alright. Alright. What is that? What is that? Netherlands joins the Allies? What? This is ridiculous. This was supposed to be a historical game, but that just is not the case. Alright, everything is going kind of crazy right now, so everything has been sent out. As you can see, I have my orders here for these land units. Over here, very annoying, but yes, my Navy got absolutely shish kebabbed. I lost like maybe a couple screens, but who cares? I did sink some of their stuff as well. Almost sunk a carrier. That was kind of ridiculous, sinking a carrier just like that. Now, I declared on Luxembourg as well, because let's be honest, they're part of the problem. So yes, I'm moving some stuff over into Luxembourg. Belgium, I'm not going that deep because it's kind of nasty. It's all rivers and forts. And yeah, the goal is definitely to sweep north from the plains up here. As you can see, that's what I'm kind of doing over here. The goal is to get Amsterdam. Let's see, what else do I need? I might need Rotterdam or something like Eindhoven, and then quickly sweep south from there. And up here, again, not much to say. I'm kind of just being stupid, so I will just have to wait around. I will have to let my Navy get org back up, take back Gat or Sund or whatever, and then let my troops cross over into there. I don't think I could even move these down here. I can't, so kind of annoying, but yes. Ooh, let's just say that the AI knows what to build. Okay, nice. I just got Luxembourg with this crappy little brigade that isn't even on a division because I'm stupid, but yes, it should be having armor division reinforcing shortly in case I'll just like that as well. Okay, now look. I quickly took this first tile in the woods here with these two divisions. So these, what is that, Munchburg and I don't know, who knows. Yeah. Now the good thing is if I get Liège right now, I think this might just open up entirely because that is a very tough city to get. It's actually a city, I believe. It's not just a little crappy wood tile. Brussels isn't even a city, actually. Interesting. It's just plains. Never realized that. If I could just outflank them like this, it's kind of GG. As long as I could get in there, and I think I can. Let me just check. Everything's... Yep. Now, what I'm trying to do here quickly is rush Brussels fast. If I can knock Belgium out, make them capitulate, they lose all their units off the board or the map, and that just helps me knock out France before this gets kind of ridiculous. But yeah, if this stuff moves up north, I got problems, so knock them out fast. I also have to pin down some stuff, so let's see, 32 hours. All right, so I want this one coming this way up to Antwerp, and then I want Manstein to go like that, probably to south of Brussels. Again, the best idea is to have the SS divisions fight urban, but this isn't urban, but I thought it was, so oh well. It looks like I could not get to Liège fast enough. They strat redeployed from someplace, but maybe they won't get to this one right here. That's all right. If I could cross that river, that's almost as good enough as getting Liège now. I could always just try to split them from Brussels and Liège as well at the same time. Up here, this is kind of ridiculous. Again, this isn't really that serious of a country in terms of military potential, but it is nice to just get this over with as fast as I can. And this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to get that tile and then push into Leuven and then Brussels. These are just HQs that I caught at a position. So I will push them out and then see if I could rush towards Brussels from Leuven if I get there. But they are coming with motorized from the north, so it probably won't happen immediately. But I don't think one motorized division could stop this really, really nice division of armor. And I could not reach Brussels in time. They have stuff here. They have a garrison. Kind of expected that, but they do have a second division here with piercing, which is 7 piercing. So they can actually stop my Panzer division. But again, this is plains, not urban. I don't know why that's even a thing. Over here as well, actually. Amsterdam is also plains. I guess that's just to make it so the German AI has an easier time taking this stuff so it can move on to France, but kind of disappointing at the same time. Alright, well, I did not realize this, but I did manage to cross over here somehow before the Allied fleet noticed or cared. Let's see. Now, there are certain things like multiple combat penalties. I didn't really explain it, but it's not actually that division. It's what it's going to be on defense, right? On defense, it's not going to matter. They are piercing me here, so it's kind of frustrating. I might not get this now immediately, just because they are piercing my division from the side, but we'll see what happens here. Brussels is still under assault non-stop. It's just one division, the Reich division, probably my best SS division that I have. Yes, I've also trying to push around the city now, so I have an attack up from here, not that strong, but in the south, yes, I did get Liège, so I'm trying to keep pushing, but they have a lot of stuff here. Raise your hand if you remember when I told you in the first episode that the reason you put anti-aircraft in garrison divisions is because they will always bomb you with carriers. Look at that. They have 13 carrier wings attacking this poor garrison division, and they're going to try to land right next to my port. I didn't expect that to happen this early. Yes, I will be back next episode with hopefully some more action like this, and subscribe if you would like to see that and other stuff more like this in the future, because I have a lot of ideas for other series as well.